Hi. Okay, so the video this week is actually a little bit different. This was the first video that I'm doing that's actually a request from one of my subscribers. He's actually a friend of mine. His YouTube username is myexplosun333. So I'm just going to show you his comment. I don't know how well you can read this, but basically it just says, here's my request. How about doing a video getting close to 30? You know, he's like, I'd appreciate another perspective on this. I'm the same age as you. It's been on my mind for the past 5 years. The comment's a little bit longer than that, but essentially that's the gist of this video, okay? So the title of this video is Holy Shat, I'm almost 30, yo, okay? Which is kind of my, like, stupid way of just saying, like, it's hard for me to believe that, let me just say this, my birthday is next Thursday, October 28th, I'm going to be 29, okay? It's hard for me to believe that I'm sort of that old because no one ever thinks that that's my age. People, the first time they meet me, usually think I'm between the ages of 16 and 21. So since people perceive me as being that young, like, I feel younger than I am, and I just don't feel like I'm going to be 30 next week. So, you know, I just wanted to talk about the topic a little bit. I'll give you an example. My boyfriend, Eddie, which I talk about him a lot in my videos, he was in the Pimp Cup celebration video, the interview video, and the Def Jam Rap Star video. He's actually 5 years younger than I am, okay? So if you've seen Eddie in any of the 3 videos I mentioned, he's going to be 24 this December. Now, I can honestly say that everyone who I've ever met who's known me but hasn't known Eddie, they all think Eddie's older than me. So it's just kind of another example of what I'm talking about. It's like I'm actually 5 years older than Ed, but everybody thinks that he's older than me, okay? And actually, when Eddie met me, I should say, we met in college, right? We went to the same college. I was, wait, how old was I when I met Eddie? I met Eddie 4 years ago, so that means that I was 25, I guess. I met him May 2006. He thought I was like 19 or whatever he said. He thought I was really young, okay? And obviously I wasn't that young. So again, it's kind of just proving what I'm saying more, that people always think that I'm much younger than I am. Some other reasons that I would say that I don't necessarily, well, not even necessarily, I don't really feel like I'm almost 30. I actually still live at home with my parents, okay? I plan on getting engaged to Eddie by my 30th birthday next October. So, you know, we have all these plans, et cetera, but basically, obviously when I marry Eddie, I'm going to move out of my parents' house, but I don't believe in cohabitation personally, so, like, we're not going to live together before we get married. So until then, I'm just going to live at home. So I think that's another thing that kind of adds to my feelings because I feel like most people my age are not living with their parents. You know what I mean? You know, I would just say, like, I know a lot of people who just kind of get freaked out when they turn 30, you know? They just get, I know of people who've gotten depressed about it, who didn't even want to do anything for their birthday. Like, I don't feel like that at all. Like, a lot of people seem to look at 30 like it's a sign of, like, their impending, like, mortality or something. I don't look at it like that. Again, probably because I look young. And also, that's just not my attitude. I'm just kind of like, no, I'm not going to get all freaked out about it like some people do. I have 2 more funny stories to tell, just sort of about how, like, everybody always thinks that I'm younger than I am. Eddie is very into video games, okay? If you saw the Pimp Cup celebration video, it was because he got promoted to assistant store manager at Gamestop. So I buy him video games a lot for his birthday and for Christmas, and just, you know, Valentine's Day or anniversary, whatever, right? I went to GameStop to buy God of War 3 for him, which is a mature-rated game. So if you're not familiar with GameStop's policy, they will not sell mature-rated games to anybody who's under 17, okay? So I had reserved the game, and I was going to the mall to pick it up. And I got carded, okay? So not only do they not think, that this was this year, I'm pretty sure it was this year, so not only do they not think that I was 28 years old, they actually thought that I wasn't even 17, okay? I went with my receipt, and the guy was like, can I see your driver's license? And I'm like, really? So that's one story. The second story, just sort of illustrating this point even more, I had gone to a minor league baseball game with Eddie this summer, okay? So I was 28, and they had a special going on that night that kids 12 and under could eat for free. So I walked into, we walked into the baseball park, we gave our tickets, and then there was a guy handing out these blue coupons that said kids 12 and under eat free. I actually got a coupon, okay? So the guy who gave me that coupon essentially thought that I was 12 years old, and I actually ate for free. Like, I got a hot dog with, like, a soda and a french fries, and it was all free. So I was like, if you think I'm 16 years younger than I am, I'm not going to correct you, and I'm going to get my free food. So, yeah, it's just kind of, like, funny or whatever. Trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to mention. That's kind of it, really. I guess in terms of questions for you guys, like leaving comments, I guess the first question I would have is that if you've watched my videos, or if this is your first time viewing a video of mine, like, did you think that I was turning 29 next week? Did you think that I was younger? And if you did think I was younger, like, how much younger? I'm always just curious about that. Like I said, the range seems to be between 16 and 21. That's what I get the most. So that's one question. Another question I have is just, for people that are my age or a little bit younger or even older, like, do you get freaked out sometimes, just like, oh, I'm getting old, and, like, I don't look the way that I did in high school, and, like, whatever, and do you start freaking out about death and stuff? Because that's just not how I feel. Like, I do think about death, you know, that's kind of a whole different topic. You know, I do have anxiety about, like, death and, like, how am I going to die, but, like, it's definitely not tied into my age. Like I said, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm turning 30 next year, or like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just don't have that sort of, like, internal narrative going for some of the reasons that I've just mentioned. So, alright, I'll see you guys next time I make a video. Bye!